Hey guys, what's up? Brian Cole here, and actually I'm really excited to make this video today. I am making my debut on the Rideshare Guys blog. Very excited about that. Very excited for the opportunity to work with Harry, who of course is the Rideshare guy. And I thought I would make this video to introduce myself. So obviously my name is Brian. I live in Cincinnati. Well, I live in greater Cincinnati, but close enough. I work in the Cincinnati market for Uber and Lyft. No sidecar here, just Uber and Lyft. So I was asked to make this video today to introduce myself, to kind of give you my background and what sets me apart from other Uber and Lyft drivers. So I'm 25 years old, very young. I do this full time. I work a lot of hours. I work probably about 70 or so hours a week right now. I work pretty much every day. So my background, what did I do before I did Uber and Lyft? I started Uber in September, the end of September. So as of this video, I've been doing it for a little bit more than 3 months now, and it's gone very well. And I quit my job to do this. I took a risk, a very huge risk. And it turns out that that risk was a very good one. It has worked very much well in my favor. I was a pizza delivery driver for Domino's Pizza for a year and a half. I did that from about March 2013 till September 2014 rather. So I did that for a year and a half. It was okay. For the first year, I really liked it. It was a good job. Did about $15, $16, maybe $17 an hour. So it wasn't bad by any means. I enjoyed it. And then there was a few changes that happened at the Domino's that I was working in, and it started going downhill. Business was not doing as well at our store as it used to. I wasn't making the amount of money in tips that I used to. So for those reasons, that led me to look for another solution, another answer. And I had applied for Lyft in April of 2014, last year. Ironically, this video is being filmed on New Year's. I have to keep saying last year. April 2014, applied for Lyft, went with my mentor, never heard back. So that was my first exposure to the rideshare industry, and I just kind of left that alone, which was a mistake. I should have pursued it, but it is what it is. And so then when things started going downhill, I started looking for answers, came across Uber, applied for Uber, and I did a lot of research. A lot. I looked on a lot of different channels on YouTube. Even came across Harry's blog to do research on, can someone do this full time? And a lot of the answers that I got were people who were leaning against doing full-time Uber and Lyft. But at the same time, you know, their videos made it sound like if you're willing to work really hard to do this, you can make it work for you. And that's me. Like, I'm all in or all out kind of person. I can work very hard, or I can be the laziest of the laziest bums. So I was like, well, I'm a hard worker. You know, I want to make this work. So I took a calculated risk after doing a lot of research. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. So I quit my job at Domino's. I left on good terms. And they basically said, you know, you did great work here. Come back anytime. So like, okay, well, I have my safety net. So I went out to do Uber. I did Uber for about 6 weeks before I got approved fully for Lyft, which took a while. But ever since I've been doing that, it's gone very well for me. I do very well with this whole ride-sharing thing here in Cincinnati. So let me kind of give you a scope here of the market I work in. See, a lot of these case studies and these people who have YouTube channels, they all come from big markets, primarily a California market. So Los Angeles, San Francisco, San Diego, or any of those California cities where Uber's, you know, really big, or New York, Chicago, stuff like that. And, you know, I really noticed on YouTube there really wasn't a whole lot of, you know, videos or case studies that was made for a smaller market, such as Cincinnati. So Cincinnati has 300,000 people living in their city limits, about. The whole greater Cincinnati area, which is huge, has about 2.3 million people living in it. So the greater area is pretty big. But the city itself is, I mean, it's okay. I consider it a mid-sized market. We do have sports teams here. We have the Reds for baseball. We have the Bengals for football. So there's enough going on in this city to classify it as a mid-level city, but it's definitely not a small market. And not a small market by any means. So I wanted to see what the average person could make in the average market. And turns out, it's pretty good. I do very well. I put in a lot of hours. I put in more hours than most people do. Because I get my weekly summaries here in Cincinnati. And it's about 28 hours on the top percentile of top drivers. So that goes to show you, most people do this part-time. I do it full-time. And that's what sets me apart from a lot of people. Is not only do I do this full-time, but I work really hard to try to make this work for me. I could make a lot more money in a bigger market. I could. But for Cincinnati, I do pretty well. I drive a Prius, so it's a very, very fuel-efficient car. I did not buy it to do Uber. I already had the car. I've been driving a Prius for almost 3 years now. I bought my Prius brand new December 2012, so almost about 2 years ago. Bought it brand new. I did pizza delivery in that car for a year and a half, and I love driving. I absolutely love to drive. I have the perfect car for this, and I love to talk to people. And between those three, this makes something like Uber or Lyft work absolutely perfect for me. I absolutely love doing this. It's exceeded all of my wildest expectations because I figured I was probably going to do $700, $800 a week, and almost every week that I've worked doing this, I have well exceeded that here in Cincinnati. And for the most part, another thing to observe about this market, up until the holiday season, this is really not a surge pricing market. It does surge here. It usually does not surge very often. Now, that's not been true the last 3 weeks or so. It has surged actually quite a bit. Demand has been very, very high. But for the most part, it will only surge during the bar rush on Friday and Saturday. And that's it. It won't surge anytime else. So a lot of the money that I've made is from standard fares, which right now is $1.25 a mile and 25 cents a minute. Here in Cincinnati, they've already done one round of fare cuts since I have started. I started out at $1.40 a mile and 30 cents a minute, but they've cut it a little bit since. So I earn about $1,000 or more a week, and I have done that successfully for the last 12 weeks now. I'm about to be 13 this week because I did great on New Year's Eve. I'm already well on my way there. So I earn over $1,000 a week. I do very, very well doing this. I work very hard doing this. I work a lot of the hours that people are not willing to work. I start my day usually at the earliest around 5 in the afternoon, and then I'll go till about 5 in the morning. Sometimes I'll start late. I'll start around 9 or 10 at night and then work till 5. It depends on what I feel like. You know, this is the ultimate lifestyle for me. I do not set an alarm clock, ever. I sleep in every single day. So every day that I show up, I am very well rested, so that I can start, you know, driving for Uber and keep people safe, you know, so I don't fall asleep on the road. So, yeah, that really sets me apart from a lot of different drivers, is that I'm willing to work hard and work the hours that people don't want to work, because I do a lot of the overnights and stuff. And sometimes during the week, I might be the only available driver here in Cincinnati. And anyone who wants a ride, it goes straight to me, which does happen quite often. And that's one way that I do pretty well here. Even Friday and Saturday night, I do very well. It has surged consistently on most of the bar rushes, so I've been doing better. But anyways, one thing that I would like to mention on this video is that Harry, aka the Rideshare guy, and I are both teaming up together. We are actually using our unique perspectives, because Harry, you know, he's part-time. He has a full-time job outside of Uber. and Lyft and Sidecar. I believe he does all those. And he uses this as a part-time job, part-time gig. And he also uses his blog and website to provide more information for drivers, tips, strategies, and stuff like that. And now we're going to bring both of our experiences together, me as a full-time driver and him as a part-time driver. We are going to create a course together, which we are both very, very excited about. It is currently being created right now. There is no set date as of this video right now when this course will be out, but you can definitely expect this to be happening sooner rather than later. Harry and I are both working on this very hard, very diligently, and we will be making it available to rideshare drivers all across the world when it is ready. So definitely stay tuned to that. We are both very excited about this. I also have a background of internet marketing. I used to do this quite extensively and definitely to a success a couple years ago. And I absolutely enjoyed doing it. So this is something that I'm very excited about. I have experience doing, stuff like this. So I'm happy to be working with someone like Harry, who is very big in this ride sharing space. And for me, having my internet marketing background and us coming together and creating a product for you guys. So definitely stay tuned to that. I'll definitely be doing more guest posts and videos on this Rideshare Guy blog, which I am also very excited about. But I wanted to make this video to introduce myself, kind of give you a glimpse of background about who I am, my background, and how I'm doing so far with ride sharing here in an average sized market here in Cincinnati. So definitely, stay tuned. You can also follow me. I have a YouTube channel. Cole Brian J is my YouTube channel name. I'm sure Harry will put a link in the blog post somewhere to my YouTube channel so that you can go ahead and subscribe and follow my channel for more tips, strategies, and advice for drivers. So until my next video, I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.